Do you ever find yourself in a place in the flow of life circumstances where everything just seems utterly chaotic? Nothing makes any sense whatsoever, and you think, what is going on in my life? How could there be any good coming out of the things that are happening right now? I just don't understand. Well, there is this experience or phenomena, I guess you might call it, that is called organized chaos. You can actually find it in the dictionary. Cambridge English Dictionary defines organized chaos as a situation where there seems to be a lot of confusion and no organization, but surprisingly, the results are good. Organized chaos, you see it in everyday life. For instance, when you're looking in a gourmet restaurant, for instance, it might look chaotic if you were to look behind the outer part to the back of the house and see where all the work's going on. You'd say that looks chaotic, but at the end they produce a gourmet meal. I expect a lot of Michelin restaurants might look like this. Or let's suppose that you are remodeling your house. Many of us have had that experience in life, and if you look at it in the middle of the process, it seems to make no sense whatsoever. It looks like a hurricane blew through and you just can't understand at all what's going on. But the truth of the matter is there is a purpose behind it. Even when you can't see it, there is a purpose and there is a good outcome that is to follow. Now, the thing that I want to leave you with or try to bring to you today is the idea that sometimes life looks like that disorganized mess that I just showed you, for instance, in a kitchen or in the remodel of a house. Sometimes things can look utterly chaotic in your life, and you can feel like that there is no rhyme or reason to what's going on. You know, like your brain's about to explode trying to understand it. But in reality, there is a designer with your life. There is one who created you, and there is one who knows the days of your life. In fact, the psalmist in the Old Testament said that the days of our life were written in a book before there was as yet one of them. So there is a reality that your Creator knows, you know, beginning to end. And maybe you feel like your life is in a chaotic mess right now, but there is a design. And I promise you that you are moving forward and the outcome will be something good. You can depend on that. And I know that some of the chaos that comes into our lives are because of things that we have done ourselves. But, you know, I heard somebody recently say, and I don't remember where it was, but they made the remark that when God made the plan for your life, He factored in your stupidity, right? He knows that we're going to make bad choices sometimes. He knows that we're not going to have perfect execution in this world, and He factored that into the plan. So the bottom line is this. Whatever is going on in your life right now, just rather than try to fight against it, rather than try to and I don't mean you shouldn't change things that can be changed, but you know what I'm saying. There are things that happen in life over which you have no control, and we bring ourselves a lot of anxiety and a lot of worry and a lot of fear when we focus on it. At the end of the day, you know, I like that verse in the New Testament where the Scripture says, having done all you can do, just stand. At the end of the day, just realize that though it looks chaotic to you, there is a pattern. It's like the old example I've heard 1,000 times in my life of someone who is, you know, is it crocheting, where they use the round hoop and they do the design, the beautiful artwork on the top, but if you look under the bottom, it's just a bunch of jumbled threads. Well, there is a pattern to your life. So however dismal it might seem right now, however confusing, it may look chaotic, but I can tell you it is organized chaos. All things do work together for good. There is one, the author and finisher of your faith, the author has written a story, and I promise you, his stories ultimately have a happy ending. So, as I've said before, if your story isn't happy, then it hasn't ended. So stand strong in faith and know that though it looks chaotic, it is organized, and the chef is in the kitchen preparing, the builder is in the home remodeling. In your life right now, there is a divine purpose, a divine plan, and it is being executed. So instead of looking at what you see right in front of you, look through it and see beyond, and know that at the end of your day, I don't mean this particular day, but at the end of your day, that is, at the end of life, it all will make sense. So in the meantime, just trust and go forward despite what your emotions tell you, despite what the external circumstances might suggest. Just keep trusting, because I promise you, it's going to be okay. Thanks for joining me on Facebook and/or YouTube. I'll see you next time.